25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Our job is to educate blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, and first indigenous people to this land about the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible. To teach them, even though things are bad, we have a God. And it's not that God in that Christian church, that they teach. It's not that a picture of that Edomite Jesus. That is Caesar Borgia. That was Leonardo da Vinci's lover. He was a fireman. And that's who they have that's who America have representing. The man that said to die for your sins. It was not him. So and the world is so funny now. We need to start coming back and start showing brotherhood to each other, and that's our the class for tonight. Brotherhood. I mean, just look. The world just been flip flop for so long. Our people been flip flops for so long. Our leaders they turned their back on us. We left fight for crumbs. All they care about is themselves. So we need to come together. Start following these laws, statutes, commandments, before we can get out this hellish condition that we in. But we got to come together. I know you being live. You like them smooth, soothsaying words they do up in the Christian church. I know you like that music. That beat and all that, and make you feel all warm, all good. But guess what? You ain't changed one bit. You still the same person as you went in. Except now, you wear a suit. Like that's something. You don't even look man. You don't shave all your facial hair off. You got a line up, and but you reading the scriptures that tell you ain't supposed to mark the corners of your beard or your hair. You ain't supposed to get shades and line up. You're supposed to have a beard, no matter how it grows. Everybody, you probably don't have that perfect fluffy beard, but you have a beard. That's manly. Is it rough looking? Yes, but that's what a man is, rough. Let's get to these scriptures. Let's see. With Zephaniah 2:1. I know about her, but Zephaniah 2:1, and it reads, "Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired." Now, say other people will say what they want to. Oh, I got this going on, because they live like the Joneses. They all up in Hollywood. They either they athletes or something like that. Entertainers. So they think they not a nation not desired, but they just don't know. You just a high price slave. Okay, you just living better than the rest of us. We are. They do not love you. They don't love none of us. None of these nations. Look how many. I was in the store today and hearing one of the guys from my town talk about how the oppressor got us down. And he just don't know. You in a store with another oppressor that's oppressing you too. And that was an Ishmaelite. And I'm trying to, I say, hey, the oppressor is not your only oppressor. He has allies that he lets oppress you. Just like how, like that mission to Akuna, how our brothers was whipped like dogs, turned back, yet they let a band of thuggish terrorists come over here and live and happy. While people, gotta do a great migration all the way back around trying to get back into this country. That's why we need to come together. For our people can come over here. The government done destroyed their country. Haiti was a rich country at one time, until they wanted their independence from the French. And they been raping it ever since. Well, for the Spanish, they've been raping that country resources ever since. There's not nothing. Now that they want to get away from it, come to over the so-called Great American melting pot, and they can't come. But you don't let the Irish over here. You don't let them mobsters over here, the Italians. You don't let the terrorists and Israelites over here. But some of the hardest working people on the planet, you wouldn't let over here. People that built up this place, that when they come over here, they work 17, 18 hours a day, hold 3 or 4 jobs, but they can't come over here. You know, that's America for you. So don't ever think you're not oppressed just because you have millions and billions. Because guess what? You may own something, but you don't own this place. The oppressor owns this place. What he says gold. You just in it. So you need to come back to the Most High. You need to come into this one body called the Isupk. Come out of the Christian church. You know. And matter of fact, we're gonna go to Revelations 18:4. You know, in Revelation 18:4, reigns so true. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So that's the prophet John, on the island of Patmos, seeing them vision, what was going to befall us in the future. We got to come up from out of America. Okay, I know, you got, Popeye's chicken sandwich, you got, HBO Max and all this. One of these days, we got to leave here. So you need to start strengthening yourself up to get ready to leave. Or stay here and die with them. And let's not even use die in a literal term. Let's just you die spiritually. You had a chance to be a part of something, but you chose to stay here. The place where you was a slave, a place where you stayed a slave for the rest of your life. Unless you had a certain skill set, you was basically in hell. Hey, even some of them that's off in Hollywood and sport league, hey, they done committed suicide. They done OD. Like their life don't be all gravy. Some of them just can maintain it better than others, But they still in hell. They just in a rich hell, But he's telling you to come on up out of here. Don't follow these nations. Don't follow none of their ways. Get off into these scriptures. You don't understand. Look at the ISUPK class, because your Christian preacher is not going to tell you the truth. He's going to give you a whole different breakdown. They're going to have you more confused than you was before. That's why they have so much mess, off in their organization. They don't even trust each other. They talk about each other and it'd be pure straight up fights off in their church at times. They don't tell it, but the word gets out. It don't be all, with all that shouting and dancing. Somebody find out somebody sleeping with somebody's husband or somebody's wife, and there you go. So they say, you may come from out of this. Man, why be a part of this when you could be part of the ISUPK where you ain't got to worry about a brother sleeping with your wife? When you ask for, I need a breakdown for a scripture. You know, he has. If he don't has it, he'll call somebody else that has. You know, and so on and so on. If that person don't have it, he'll call someone else. But you will get the breakdown you need. But you gotta come out of here. You know, you gotta come follow the most high. You know, that's brotherhood right there. You know, come be amongst your brothers. Come from out of America. America does not love you, and neither the heathens that's in here. You just when they look at you, they see a dollar sign. They know you finna spend money in their store. That's all they look at you with, and that's all you need to be. This is all you know you are doing. You're doing commerce with, and that's all it should be. You know. Let me go to Psalms 55 and 18. You know, in Psalm 55 and 18, He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. You know what I'm saying? 19 says, God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. So lot because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. So that's a person. He don't fear God. So he don't care what he does to you. That's why Revelation 18 and 14, you come from out of America, come from out of the nations, come from out of the Christian church, come into this one body and say, and save yourself. That's what really being saved is when you follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Just saying, I want God to forgive me for my sins. And you keep sinning. What you think you're saved? No, you was lied to. That's not saved. You still in sin. You still sinning. You ain't changed. You gotta shed off that old person and be a new person. You know. And verse 20, he had put forth his hand against such as to be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So that's the oppressor right there. You see how he did Gad way back in the days? Made all them treaties. Oh, we don't know we're gonna do this. Made all them peace treaties, this, that, for every last one, and killed them all, and took all their land from them. That's your oppressor that you looking at every day. Them is great grandsons you looking at, and they have the same spirit. You saw January 6th, right? When Trump lost the election, they went. That's who you dealing with. That's who we are dealing with. They was like, come up out of her, because they are not your people, and they don't consider you they people. You know, and his words were smoother than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Now, he talks so good. You just notice like election time, they don't have nothing to do with us until election time. That's when they want to come in the hood, talk about, oh, we're going to change this, change that. I heard that for over 40 years and haven't seen nothing change. And I've seen every president, nothing changed. It's getting worse and worse year after year. All kind of new drugs coming in. Come up out of her. I mean, it ain't even safe to be a drug head anymore. Because they put fentanyl and stuff and killing people off left and right. Because you want to be a drug head instead of want to follow Christ, want to come up under Commander General Hunger, you would rather be a drug head. You rather be a drunk. You rather be a whoremonger chasing after these loose women likely to give you a disease that you can't get rid of. But you don't want to come up under this one body. You go, you're gonna take some sacrifice. You're gonna take some work. Okay, not not for the lot to you. But that's what you need to do because your enemy is on your trail. Now, let me go to, and this is the main reason why we should have brotherhood. We go to Lamentations 4 and 18. Excuse me, slide. Lamentations 4 and 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. That's why you need to come out of, because they hunt our steps. Our, our persecutor has never stopped hunting us. But he found out we following our God. He know our God with us. So they backs off. He gonna back off for you when he know your God is with you. So this is one thing you better understand. You don't think these other heathen nations don't know this Bible? Remember they had. Remember we've been conquered by so many people, so many nations of people. The list is endless, and they all took our records and looked at them and found out, long as they sinning, we got them. But they come back to their God, hey, you can't touch it because they God gonna fight for them. And that's what the Most High want to do even now. He wants you to start get back into following these laws, statutes, commandments, start loving your brothers, no matter what. No matter from the tribe of Judah or from the tribe of Ephraim or the tribe from Manasseh. He wants the 12 tribes to start loving each other so he can come back and lay waste to this place. You want to work where you can get picked up in a chariot. you know, you want to do that. You don't want to be left here. World War III, where he come to destroy, where he come to plead with the nations for the sins and the atrocities that are done to his children. We need to start loving one another. Forget these petty beefs. Forget that person with that dark skin, and that person with that lighter skin. You know, y'all, you both speak Spanish, but y'all don't like each other. Y'all both from the tribe of Judah, but you can't stand him. No, that ain't the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to love one another, because no one else loves you. We was put here to love each other. We ain't supposed to count on the other nation to love us. You see, we seek the love from the Most High, and the only way you can't say you love the Most High, you don't love your brother. No, that's scripture. We're gonna get to that. And go to Matthew 18 and 15. The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Okay, your brother did something to you, that ain't for you to go tell somebody else. You go on to that brother, y'all gonna get that out the way. So there's no strife between each other. You ain't in the world, you're in this truth. We don't, we conduct ourselves by the Bible. And this is how you do it. Like, if anybody got a problem with me, please come to me. I did something, tell me. Because I want my brother's love. I want my brother having something against me. If I did something, we finna get that straight. Hey, I love you, brother. But it's like a brother, forgive me. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And even he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. And that's what you want to do. You want to gain a brother. You want to. You don't lost enough in life. Why come up in this truth and you ain't right. Brother, come there, hey, brother. You need to do this. You need to do that. You do that. Cut on my car, and that's it. You know, I did transpire against your brother. Salute you. Could you forgive me, my brother? Well, brother, I love you, bro. So that's ISUPK. I can go and tell you, you ain't no brotherhood out here. In that world, ain't no brotherhood. That brother want to kill you. Brother want to sleep with your woman. The brother want a bad mouth. That's what's out in that world. That's why you need to. That's what's out in any other religion or any other camp that's not under commanding junior high. That's what's out there. No matter where has stayed in the world and going in one of those places. Okay, we can go to Mark chapter 12 and 28. Oh, book of Mark chapter 12, verse 28. And one of the scribes came and having heard them reason together and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? Verse 29. And Yahweh shall answer him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. Verse 31. And the second commandment, and the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. So your duty is to love the Most High with all your might, all your heart, all your soul. And your brother the same. Your neighbor the same. That 12 tribe, that's who you love. Come up out of them, my people. Quit trying to love the oppressor. He's never going to love you. You can marry one, he'll still never love you. A lot of people find that out. They come to find out they ain't nothing but sex thing for them. Something they want to relive. The colonial days. Hit them stores. They great grandfather used to tell them. About hear all the stories about how they had their little bed wenches. That's all you is. Male or female, you a bed wench. And then when they through with you, they're gonna discard you. Like look at Tiger Woods. He didn't want to say he was 12 tribes. He claimed he held on to his Moabite side, pretty much like how they did in the book of Nehemiah back in the days. And you see what he got. His wife broke that Edomite broke him off. And he ain't been the same since. He can't even win a tournament anymore. He lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Had to give to her. Why? Because he threw away his heritage. Threw away his birthright. He didn't want to be a child of the Most High. He wanted to be a child of a heathen. So that's what that's what he got. That's the thing about it. You ought to be proud to be a 12 tribes. A lost 12 tribe of the nation of Israel. Because we have a rich heritage. I know we ain't rich now, okay? But you can say, hey, it ain't out here. It's your fault, cause like, cause like just like regeneration, we was back in those times. We just regenerate, and then we had another chance. Like, nah, the Ice Cream been telling you to come up out of her ever since 1969, and you filled up. They got mega churches now. When they probably back then they probably had maybe about one or two, maybe three at the most. Now there's hundreds, thousands. Now they all over the world, and you following them. You making them rich while you poor. If and then and you dissing yourself from from your God and your people, which shouldn't be so. You know, Most High wants you to love Him with all your mind, body, and soul, and also love your brother. Now, I ain't talking about no Edomite, no Moabite, no Ammonite, no Elamite, no Ishmaelite, no Cushite, no Japhite, and no Hamite. Lost 12 tribes. That's all you're supposed to be loved. There need to be a great reconciliation between the 12 tribes. That's the only way we're getting up out of here. That's the only way you are going to know what heaven like. Because right now, the person, he in heaven. He living it up. All because our hard head but don't want to follow the Most High. We in hell. We in hell. You can think, you think, oh, hell is not a physical place like you was taught. Okay. And as far as all you college students that read Dante's Inferno, I read it too. Okay. No, there was just somebody wrote a book to swindle rich people out of money. If they didn't get their money, this is what the levels of hell you gonna go through. It was a con, okay? And that con went all the way into the churches, where they made hell a physical place. Where actually that's a condition. Heaven is a condition. All the heathens in heaven, 12 tribes in hell right now. What the hell? Commander General Hunter is here to save you from that hell. Please get on isupk.com, and see what's going on. Just like I said, when I first started, we here to teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian. If you fall, if you fall in any of that category, your father on your father's side. Let's get that correct now. On your father's side, because that's who your genealogy, is based on. Who your father is. Your father is black, Hispanic, Latino, or First Nation people. That's who you are. Not who your mother is, but who your father is. So if you fall anywhere in that, that's who this is for you. This is for you. Say for nobody else but you. I know you talked about, they teach you God loves everybody, Jesus loves everybody. You just need to pick up the Bible one day, and you're gonna see what a murderer the Most High Power he was and still is. See Kentucky, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Everybody remember our brothers went out there in Kentucky. Just to say what thus says the Lord. And those racist dogs ran up on them and tried to do our brothers harm. Look at Kentucky now. Hey, so who says, like I said, the Most High will fight your battles for you. Brothers, had to fight them off, because we by far are not no weak men, and you ain't it's not finna, you know, roll up on us, like we some cowards, because we're not. We're gonna protect ourselves. We're not gonna do you any harm. You know, we are, like I said, we are not a hate group. We cannot just walk up to oppressor and knock the mess out of her. Because guess what? We in trouble. We got to answer for that strike. And I dread this council. I don't know, never want to see over something, something foolish I done, and then use my head. No, so I'm the quiet one that always is listening, taking notes, watching, you know, soaking up all this knowledge. I may not ask too many questions because I'm soaking up everything I'm hearing. You know, but we could go to Luke chapter 6, verse 31. Right, Luke chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. You know, we're going to tell you like this. A lot of people say, like to say, somebody good, be good to me. I'm gonna be good. No, I'll be good to them. What if they're bad to you? You gonna be bad to them? You know, you gotta think about that. For for if for verse 32, for if you love them which love you, what thing have you? I mean, that's really simple. Loving somebody that love you, your brother love you harder. What about that brother that don't love you? You know, what about that brother, that sister that don't love you? You still gotta love them. For sinners also love those that love them. So you know better than a sinner. Now, if you gonna love everybody that love you and hate everybody that hates you, then there's no love in you. You don't broke the law. You know, like I said, you can't even break the least one of these. Okay, you break the least one of these, you don't broke them all. So I know we say this is a brotherhood class, but this is also a sisterhood class because sisters, same thing. You know, same thing for the sisters because we got to build this nation. You know, like I said, hey, we have to come together. You know, because especially like where I live at. I mean, I live like in the middle of nowhere in Louisiana. You know, and there is no brotherhood at all. I'm 50 miles from my brothers. You know, I can call them for anything. But I don't bother them too much. You know, but I'm just letting you know if you close to your brothers, man, most high with you. I'm just be glad. When things get better for me, if I can roll up on them. One day if I'm working on a few things. You know, we're gonna go to First John chapter 2, verse 10. Uh, First John chapter 2, verse 10. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. That's the ISUK. We have that brotherhood. There ain't no stumbling up in us. So we abide in that light. We follow these laws, statutes, commandments till it hurt. We afflict our bodies. We say no to our flesh. We say no to the things that we used to do. You know. And we love our brothers. Even the ones that don't love us, that cuss us out when we out there, at camp, screaming at the four winds, they telling us, you're a hate group. God so loved the world. God so loved the world. We got to hear all kind of, brothers know what I'm talking about, all the stuff you have to hear, you know. Verse 11, he that hated his brother is in darkness and walketh in darkness and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes. See, so that's why the scripture, Zephaniah 2:1 and Revelation 18:4 is so important for you to have love for your brother. You come up out of America, you can love your brother. You say, man, you help your brother, even though everybody want to be around somebody, balling. But what about that brother that ain't got no home? He out there in the streets. Give him a place to stay. Give him some food to eat. That's love for your brother. It's easy to love somebody that got something going on. What about somebody who ain't got nothing? He in a worse hell than you are. Been ravaged by drugs, alcohol, women. You don't think that brother need love? Somebody, no way. Hey, brother, your place, lay your head in. Hey, here goes food, man. Here, got a few shirts, man. For you to wear, man. You might hear a little money for you, man. I ain't got much, but well, here you go. So that's what the mission crew was like, and them brothers wish they lies. I mean, come on, like level 4 security, going into, I know those parts, that's the work down, work on them border towns. So back when I was young, I knew what them places was like, Like I said, I didn't go off in there unless I was, with some, other Hispanic brothers. I didn't go in there by myself. Them guys went, and the Most High watched over, you know. So, no, never forget that mission of Cuba and never forget the Kentucky. You know, them brothers put it on the line. You know, matter of fact, they didn't make a plaque for those brothers. For what they did. You you can go to First John chapter 4, verse 20. Book of First John chapter 4, verse 20. The man say, I love God and hated his brother. He is a liar. You know, how many times heard somebody say, man, I love God, but I don't like that dude. Tell man. I want to do him something. You're a liar, man. That's your brother. You ever took time to get to know him? You ever want to reconcile with him? Settle that beef? But you ain't feeling that way, and he ain't feeling that way behind you because he know you want to do him something. Y'all come together, man. That's what the oppressor wants. He went to, you slacked off and killed because you're killing each other. I mean, you fell right into his trap. Right into his trap. You do it is, what he ain't killed, you kill him for. Because you have no brotherhood. You's a liar. Because you hate your brother. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how could he love God whom he hath not seen? No, you don't need all these shoes that go on around. You hate your brother over some might. I mean, I remember being young, man. step on somebody's shoes. You like, back in my time, you wasn't guaranteed to live to see 18. Now, see, like them times I'm came, like now, look like you ain't guaranteed to see 13, because there's no brotherhood. Everybody, everybody follow the other nations. Everybody want to be a gangster. Gangsters don't live long, not many. If they do, they live most of their time off in prison and get out as old men and writing books. I'm the gangsters I knew. Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes, Freeway Ricky Ross, all them big time guys. Do you know what being incarcerated does to you? You're not the same. Let's stress among stress. Because you gotta get up when somebody says get up. You gotta use the bathroom when somebody says you can use the bathroom. Your manhood, you being emasculated. You come in there on a search. Everybody has to strip naked. I mean, it just dehumanize you. That's why so many guys be be institutionalized. They stayed in so long and was mentally destroyed. And this the only place they understand. It's like Stockholm syndrome. The very thing that's hurting them, they go back there. They go back 15, 20 for the rest of their lives. They go back. They start going at age 15. Here they is at 40, still going. Institutionalized. We're gonna go to verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also. Remember that. If you love God, guess what? You gotta love your brother too. Because if you don't love your brother, God said, don't say you love him, because he calling you a liar, not your heart. The Most High is calling you a liar. If you can't love your brother, you cannot love him. Remember that. Sister, if you don't love your sister, you do not love the Most High. You a liar. That's the Most High words. So remember, whenever you hear brotherhood class, it applies to sisters too. Okay? You got to follow these laws, statutes, commandments too. And if you marry, you listen to your outer one. Do not make a mistake on listening to some girl that had 27 men and you think so wise and know something, and you don't want to listen to your outer one. That's a fool you listening to. One of those wise. She had 27 men know so much, called herself know so much because she was a monster. She was a thing. Didn't know what she couldn't nobody deal with her. But she got all this advice to give. Ain't got nobody. If she do get anybody, she ain't gonna have no more than a few weeks or a few months, and they through with her. But that's who you want to take your advice from. You better listen to your outer one. To go to Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. Just a minute. Psalm verse 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. And, like let's take the Passover. Oh, that was just great. Never seen nothing like it ever. All 12 tribes together, brotherhood, eating, drinking, serving the Most High. No gunshots, no arguing, no fight. That was some unity right there. One west to the death of me. You know, like I said, I will always remember that. You know, and that's what it should be. You know, even even with you, even people in the world need to be unity with your brothers. You're supposed to be a joy to be around your brothers. Why do you feel like, well, like some people would be quick to say, I just really don't like, you know, black folks. I don't hang around some Edomites or, or some more bites, something like that. Like, well, you hate your own kind. You don't find it. You find, you know, until they, give you that call to let you know who you is. You know, you supposed to have that kind of unity with your own. You're supposed to be glad. It's supposed to be a joy to you to be around your own brother, your own sister. That's supposed to be a joy unto you, you know. And some people gonna learn when it's too late. You know, you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9. But Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for the labor. Now, it ain't good to be alone because that's when I'm gonna tell you that's when them demons come. That's why you got that phone. Oh, Islam of Christ. Hey, I don't want I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling like that. You say, okay, tell me about it. You know, I say two better than one. You just you off in that world. You just got one. Off in this ISUK, you have two or more to help you when you're getting ready to fall to pick you back up, to strengthen you back up. Because you can't do it alone. Ain't no long wolves off of here. Because you can't. You can't do nothing by that's really that's really life anyway. Two always better than one because one can help the other. You know, in verse 10, verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. Like I just said, one fall, you got somebody to lift you up. Whether you fall one time or 7 times, you got somebody that he gonna lift you right up. But woe to him that is alone when he fall, for he have not another to help him up. So it's like this. You ever get in that mindset where it's getting too hard for you ready to leave this truth? Just remember, you're gonna be all alone out there in that world. And nobody's gonna come pick you up. Because they don't care. And it's true. They love you. They gonna help you. And, whatever demon bothers you, they gonna deal with it. You are not alone in here. That's what I love about finding out I wasn't alone. You know, you know, these brothers like you don't have the wisdom and understanding and psyche that a brother in the ISUPK has. They don't have that. They don't have the spirit of the Most High or them to help you in your time of need. So that's why you need this all one body. We can go to Ecclesiasticus. Let's see, uh, verse 4 and 22. You know, this sometimes you just gotta know. And it says Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 22. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fail. Okay. I know everybody got somebody out in their world. Even I. But guess what? They ain't coming in between me and the Most High. I got family. But guess what? They can keep their Christian church. Nothing wrong with the Most High. Nothing to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. No matter how hard they get. No matter how hard I have to work. Because what? There's no turning back. What I'm going back to? Sin? We looked at it as a weekly. You couldn't cut it? No. Oh, I love this one body. I love the Most High. So I ain't gonna let nobody make me fail. I'm not gonna let somebody come with me with some kind of doctrine that I've been taught better. You know, I would tell them, get thee behind me, thee Satan. Move around. Brother, mother, whoever. You will not cause me to shame myself or my school. Ever. Let me see. We'll go to Ecclesiastes 6 and 7. You know, and it's the thing about it, you know, with this scripture, you know, let's go on into it. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. I'm gonna tell you, you come with this truth, your only friends are really off in this truth, you know. But if you get one that's off in the world, better put him through the fire, put her through the fire, and see who you keep in company with. You know, see if this, you know, this person, you know, if they gonna be in the world, I'm staying. You know, you can talk to them, but if they stay, what they want to do, they want to be off in their world. You know, don't let that person make you stumble. So you got to prove a friend, make sure this is a good. Even though you're in the truth, make sure this person, you can get around, and there's no distract from life with the Most High. Make sure this is a friend that's a friend to the end. But try, put it through chest. Don't say, oh, first day you meet him, that's your buddy. No, don't do that. Like I said, you no longer, who you were. You're something brand new. So you have to do new things now. You know. Go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. Yeah, Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Verse 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and and whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Do you want that because you don't want to show brotherhood? Do you just hear that? Council? Hellfire? Just because you don't want to show no brotherhood? Do you want that for yourself? Like I said, speaking to the Christians, need to come up out of there. Come here. I know this is different. I know this is we ain't got on the three-piece suits. Hey, we rough, rugged, and raw. I know women ain't wearing nothing tight and got to split all the way up to their hip. You know, no, they modest. Their head covered. No, they ain't wearing no big flower hat or they dishonor themselves by showing their hair. No, they covered up. You know, beautiful sight. You know, so you got to show brotherhood. You have to show sisterhood. You can't go around saying, hey, this and that about your brother. Without a cause. Then I hope if you have a cause, you go to help. Just you and him have that talk and straighten it out. Some things, a lot of things happen over nothing. I would say a lot of murders behind some of the simplest of those things. Really nothing. When they could have just talked it out, he'll be alive. He wouldn't be in jail for the rest of his life. You know. We can, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, verse 23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there remembers that thy brother hath aught against thee. Verse 24. Leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First, be reconciled to thy brother, and then come offer thy gift. Go to the priest. Leave your gift. Go reconcile with your brother. And leave your gift. Like I said, it's order and everything. Like I said, something happened. Don't act like you're still in the streets. Act like you're in the truth. Act like no, General Howard ain't doing this at vain. He changed your being. So you took this thug off the street and made him a humble, respectable, law-abiding citizen. That's what Commander General Howard did. He done took this loose woman and turned her into a respectable woman, a precious jewel. That's what he does. Don't let his work be in vain. Let me see here. Yeah, verse 24. See, did I read it? Yeah, I think I read it. We're going to Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 2. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 2. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High. So if you do something good, let's say somebody do good or something for a priest, he's a godly man. He'll get a godly reward, But but this world, they rather do something for that slick $1,000 suit wearing, alligator shoe wearing, snake oil salesman. Rather give him everything else instead of putting it into the ISUPK where they feed people. He ain't putting his life on the line. We are. He ain't doing nothing but collecting dividends. We feed people, paying paying brothers' bills, housing brothers. He ain't doing none of that. No, he ain't doing none of it. But that's who they'll get their money to. Instead of a true preach the proper, real leader like Commander General Holland. You know, we go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 41. Book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want that? A stinking sinner would want it. No, no. They don't look at us prophets. They look at us like we are the Black Panther Party or some other militant group. I ain't walking around with no gun. I ain't screaming, I hate this, I hate that. Southern Poverty Law Center calls a hate group. When have we hated anybody? And if we was, what good would it do us anyway to hate? Listen, we don't have no businesses, no finances, no infrastructure or anything to be hating anybody. We hate we hate being oppressed. We hate our history with each other. Yeah, that's what we hate. You know, nobody don't hate the color white. You know, you know, ain't nobody finna waste time. Whatever the most I hates, I hate. So if he hates you and you fall in that category, oh well, you know, you know. So that's why that's why I try to do my best, to be the best priest I can be. E- even though I'm so far from my other brothers, I still represent. Like like my car broke down all the way. I'm out in the middle of the street. Just so lucky, and some guys I knew from back in the day. You know, the wheel had completely jammed up, so we couldn't push it. So he uses SUV to push me out the road. Now, behind me, I live in a village, so I'm related to basically 2/3 of it. Do you know no one stopped to ask me, do you need any help except for my sister and my nephew? And guess who I had to get to help me? I had to go to the oppressor that the Bible speaks, that Bible speaks of. And that was everybody said, oh, he's gonna charge you $125 to tow you just down the road. I walked in there with my ISUPK hoodie on, beards, boots, and braids. No, I ain't trail my way. Right. Did like over Jeremiah 2:30. No, I ain't trail my way just because I wanted something from him. No. I went in there just like I am. You know, asked them what they called. They said $100. I said, oh, she said, then she changed. She said, first, where's your car? I said, just 2 blocks down the road. So where you going? 4 blocks up the road. She said $65. So all my people who wouldn't help me, you know, the oppressor, the Most High was with me, but the oppressor didn't charge me through the nose. Cause I went in there, Isupk, like I ain't no, I didn't know. I just put on a shirt. Excuse me, sir. No. When the Isupk, the most I went with. While everybody's telling me I was finna get charged 250 and all that just to go that far, cause he the only game in town. No, that a person said $65. While everybody, and I live on the strip where everybody passed me, and just good thing the police that was so nice for a change. So then they were gonna tow my car. We seen it when the axle broke. We know you can't move it. He said you ain't got nobody to move. I said I had to move in the morning. You know, and that's what I did. So I'm just letting you know it's hard for me down here. But hey, I'm still with it. I'm a soldier. I'm used to hard times. You know, we can go to Matthew 18 and 21. And it reads, then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? How shall I say it unto him? I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. I'm just here to tell you, they don't went over that. But we got to keep forgiving. You know, that's what General Howard put in us. Not just your brother, but them brothers that treat you wrong. You forgive them. Brothers who left me on the side of the road, even though I ain't really, it went for needing a tow to just turn in my car while I wouldn't block traffic. But I didn't care the next day. I blocked traffic. The police didn't say anything because nobody would help. He said, block traffic, make a wait. You know, like I said, the Most High was with me. That day. I just wanted to share that. You know, I don't know if I these law statutes command, he wouldn't have been with me. That's could have turned out. I would have been out $250 and my car. That's my car is $250. I'd have been mad. You know, we're gonna go to this last scripture, 1 John. Let me see, 1 John chapter 2. We start at verse 3. And 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. So that's the biggest brotherhood of all, following the Most High's commandments. Verse 4. He that says, I know him, and keepeth not his commandment, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. You don't love your brother, you're a liar, and the truth is not in you. I ain't talking about these brothers, I'm talking about them guys that do not treat you well out there. The ones hate you, don't smoke with them no more, don't get drunk, sloppy drunk with them no more, that you don't go hoe chase them with them no more. You gotta, them brothers you gotta love, because we gotta bring them in. They in hell, they in the worse of hell than we. But that's our job. Priest, that's our job. It's an easy job. It's a very hard job because they don't want to hear nothing. Unless we come out there with an organ and some drums and have some people singing, and that ain't happening. That's not happening at all. But that's my class. I was gonna say Shalom Bashim Ashab to my brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shemar to my sisters. You know, take care of Israel. From Yahshua.